Anyone
can be underrated.
as fuck.
You are now tuning into the latest episode of the Underrated as Fuck podcast.
Hosted by the one and only Bliss.
And you already know, Mighty Zay.
Yo, what is good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Underrated AF podcast.
Let's go.
We're here. We made it. We're excited to chit chat with you guys. We got 3 albums we're going to talk about, give our reviews, kind of give some details about. But without further ado, let's go through a couple updates real quick. Anything exciting? Anything you want to update the people that happened within the last 2 weeks?
Yo, went to Arizona Hot Springs the other day. That was super fun. You have to like hike like 7.5 miles.
Is that where you woke up at like 2 a.m. to go to?
Yeah.
Wait, so tell me about this place because I've never been before.
All right, so check it out. So in this it's the Arizona Hot Springs. It's like the water's actually hot. Like and there's like you have to like hike.
Wait, is it that place where it's like a bunch of jacuzzi-looking pools?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
that's pretty cool.
So you pretty much got to hike there. And good thing we went as early as we went because the sun was starting to, when it got above like our craniums, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm dead. The sun's shining on you and you're in a jacuzzi.
We're walking, yeah. Like, you know
what I'm saying? You were walking.
No, walking back after the...
So you remember that one time we went to, I think, Beaver Creek?
Yeah.
Remember how we parked and we walked like a mile or something?
Yeah, I think it was like 2 miles.
Was it similar or was it a longer hike?
Oh, it was way... See, that was a breeze. That was like a nice flat...
So that's level 1?
Yeah.
So where would you put level-wise Arizona Hot Springs?
Probably like... And let's just say if there's 5 levels, let's say I put that at like level 3.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
So what?
Nothing crazy.
Like 4 miles?
Yeah, I think in a total we did like 8 point something miles. Like
that's funny.
So yeah, I think there and back. But it was really cool because the second we got there, after I think it was like a 3.5 hour drive. And
so when did you get there? Like 5 a.m? Or what?
No, because then we had to go to like Glendale, pick up somebody, and then we had to go all the way. Another spot, pick up another person.
So you got there at like 6, 7.
Yeah. I think we got there at like 7 something. And then, so we go there. We're starting to hike. We do the hike. The hike is cool. The first time there, whatever. We get to the hot springs, and it's funny because like people write in chalk on the walls, on the rocks, like yo, there's nudity. Yeah, so just.
Hey, sorry if y'all hear my dog. He's going crazy right now, but we're gonna keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So on the hike, there's like canyons that you can like ride on and stuff, or what do you mean?
Yeah, I mean it's just like a path, and then you have to go literally through the mountains, and you have to really specifically follow the trail. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm surprised because you were saying, remember that one time that Treasure was like about that, what was it, Camelback or no, Tom's Thumb?
Tom's Thumb.
Yeah, you were like, and she was like, no.
Yeah,
but then you guys ended up doing this long ass hike, so you know what I mean. So that's kind of cool that she was like down to do it, right?
Well, the only thing, like her being down, yeah. That's pretty cool. So but she's always down to do like little stuff like that. So it's just it's always a plus.
So wait, so Tom's Thumb is more difficult than?
Oh yeah.
Why is that? Because it's flat versus like an incline, or what?
Straight incline.
Oh, okay. So Arizona Hot Springs,
and it's cool because the water is actually hot. Like at the top, the water's hot.
Yo, that's wild. That's like, wild to me. Like, because it gets hot because
the rocks are hot.
Oh, is that why?
That's what I think.
Well, no, that would mean that the lakes and ponds would be hot. Everything would be hot, right?
Yeah, but then these aren't really massive bodies of water. They're literally like from here to they're like a kitchen.
Are they deep though? Are they really deep? Because usually when a hot spring,
I think they go all the way up to maybe a little below your waist.
Oh, okay. Because I'm thinking of like the hot springs over there in like Yellowstone National Park. You know how they'll spew like hot water. So it's not like that. This is literally like a pond, and it's just warm.
Yeah, there's levels. So there's like one here, you walk a little bit, there's another, and then you walk a little bit further, and there's another, and then there's like these big ass metal steps you gotta like go down. You get the lake.
I wonder if things like that,
Like mead, I think it is.
I feel like, do they ever dry up? You know what I mean?
I think that would be a really bad sign if it did. Like that just means
Like, where's that
something
water
wrong.
coming from?
How did it get there?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's just unlimited water in the ponds, or what?
Oh no! It,
know what I mean?
This goes. What did they say? This goes to the Colorado River. This is the same stream that goes to the Colorado River.
Oh, so they're connected.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
dead. I thought it was just a pond here, a pond there. You know what I mean? It just has unlimited water forever.
No, it's like they're all like dripping into each other.
Oh, okay. That's
it's
pretty
crazy because like the one at the top, it's hot. Like, so you go down a little bit and it's significantly cooler.
So if you don't want to get in the really hot one, you just go down a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
That's pretty.
And if you want to go down in the real cool one where you could just get pruny, you know what I'm saying? Go down to the bottom one.
Is it kid friendly?
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
or what?
It's
No.
just- I mean-
The hike.
no,
That might not be
the hike is.
the actual springs itself, though. Is it? Like
All right, so the only
kid-friendly?
thing I want to bring out is the nudity. So like, there are people that just be walking around with like rings on a jam. So you know what I'm
Naked.
saying? Yeah. So you know what I'm saying.
hard.
Yeah. Like so, I mean, if you catch it at a good time to
So
it,
is it a known like nudity place, or people
It just
were
says it all
doing
over the walls all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So,
get
I mean,
naked.
Yeah, it's kind of like to get ready. But the hot springs was really cool. The hike was really
Wait, so
cool.
you were naked,
No, I was halfway naked.
but you didn't have the schlang hanging out? You know something?
Hey, man. Can't release the anaconda just yet. No.
I'm dead.
No, but the hot springs was really fun. We got to do that. I believe it was yesterday. It was yesterday, right? Yeah, yesterday. And that was the first time. I seen it all the time, but I just never went. So that was cool that we got to like experience like.
I've probably seen a photo or something,
Yeah.
but never been, never heard.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. But it's a journey. So you know what I'm saying?
Cheers a bit. So Bliss, I guess the update. I got a show I'm doing for Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo. I always get a problem with that. That's funny. Cinco de Mayo.
Latin culture.
Yeah, so I got a show over there at the South Plaza in South Phoenix on Sunday, the 4th of May. So we're going to be doing that. Shout out your boy PA for kind of setting it all up, I guess. We made a song together he had on his last album called
check.
South Plaza. And it turns out the people that own South Plaza over there and kind of like Old School City, which is like an embroidery company and stuff, I guess they like really, really mess with that song. So they're making that song like their whole for the like advertisements. That's gonna be like their anthem and stuff. So I'm happy to just be a part of it.
It's the whole promotional package behind this, and now you're also featuring in it as well, which makes it a nice little.
Yeah, so I'm happy to be a part of it. I got offered to do a set over there. So if you got some free time, if you're in Phoenix on a Sunday and you want to go to like a lowrider show, I guess they got like vendors, like the Chicano vibes. They got like those lowrider bicycles.
Yeah.
The really nice chromed out bicycles and stuff. They got anything like kind of like lowrider culture, kind of like what's gonna be over there. And it's excuse me, it's in a plaza, so it's not gonna be like this whole kind of like the state fair, how it's like a whole block worth of stuff.
Right.
Like no, we're looking at like a more of a neighborhood, but think of it like a Cinco de Mayo show kind of. So it's like it's kind of like a first Sunday. You know how the car clubs will get together, or like
Kind of
they'll
just be parked chilling.
Yeah, so think about a first Sunday, but a little bit more like amped up because it's a holiday.
Right.
It's pretty much what it is. If you want to see Bliss perform, pop out. If not, don't worry about it.
You know what I'm saying? You go see
missing
the
out.
content. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, so that's what I got going on. Other than that, man, I'm just working.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm just
It's
working.
grind season right now, so.
Working, recording some music. I got to record something today, actually, a little bit later. What'd you think of that song I recorded recently?
That was
Remember?
hard. Yeah, it was hard.
Where I was like, yo, what do you think about this little idea?
A little song. That's one of the most creative songs you've made to date. Let's put it that way.
That's pretty cool. And I didn't even write it. I just got home and I was like, man, I've been like really liking this beat, and every time I put this beat on, I kind of like it just makes my brain. It gets my brain going, and I could just like think about anything, and so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go download the beat and just record and see what I could do before I gotta pick up the kids. And yeah, it was cool.
Elevated Bliss makes this music.
It was cool. We'll see when the masses get to hear that stuff.
You know what I'm talking about? It's up.
I mean, probably pretty soon. I'm not really sure what I'm waiting on exactly, but
A sign from God.
that vibe of music, that vibe of music, it's kind of like what's going on right now.
Right.
Like I'm not even doing it like intentionally, man, dude. I'm not even doing it intentionally. It's just what I'm like think of like static electricity. That's kind of like what just is. I'm bringing
You're
towards
just catching
me.
the
You know what I mean?
energy,
It's this is it. Oh, I'm liking this. Okay, cool.
This is what it is. Yeah.
So
no, like it's crispy. It's clean.
I like it.
It's got a really good flow. So
It is interesting. It is
yeah,
like it's
yeah.
motivating to work on that because it's something exciting.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I
It's
feel
like
that.
new. It's exciting. It doesn't feel so repetitive. Like it's the same kind of stuff. So I like it. I like it.
that's a song you can have on repeat and just let it just flow. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's
Yes,
all.
sir.
That's all.
Speaking
Yeah,
of
that-
music, let's jump into. We got 3 albums to talk about. The first album we're gonna jump into is gonna be our Too Short album. All right, the album's called Sir Too Short, Volume 1, Freaky Tales.
He has some freaky tales in there.
Yo, this has got Too Short
Written all over.
over this thing. Okay, let me jump into some stuff real quick about
That's
it. So for me, I've never I'm gonna confess real quick. I never heard actually like a Too Short album before. You know what I mean? I've heard songs here and there. You know what I'm saying? Don't act like a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm familiar. I just never actually dove into like the content. So, I got homework because we do the podcast, right? So I dove in, and here are some takeaways from a guy that listened to Too Short in depth for the first time. All right, so takeaways. This is cool. I like what I heard. I genuinely am impressed, and I liked that Too Short rides the beat. Like I like that. Like he is an artist, and now I finally could really understand why he's as popular as he is, and he's an OG. He's an unk, like you said. So I just had the confirmation, the validation that I needed to really solidify my opinion about Too Short, and I like him. Like if you ever did like a little South Plaza show, like I was saying, or I probably wouldn't go see him in a stadium. I don't know if he's selling tickets like that these days.
Probably not.
But if you ever did a little show at a casino or something, yo, I'm like, hey, let's go check out Too Short. I think it'd be cool. Bitch. All right, so I'll give my rating after we hear what you got to say about it.
Bliss with the rating. No, I'm just playing. It was cool. It's a cool album. It's just kind of like expected what like Too Short can only do what Too Short do. So you know what I'm saying? It was cool. It was chill. There was, I believe, one song I really liked on there. I cannot remember the name of it.
It's alright.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna rate it 6.5.
6.5 for the OG.
6.5 for Unk.
All right, Unk. I think I'm gonna just ride with what he said, and I'm gonna say 6.5 for Too Short.
Yeah.
What's my name? Yeah, so Unk is doing Unk stuff. What do you think about an OG guy that's... How old is this dude? Is he like Ice Cube age or no?
I think he's like kind of like... I know for sure he's in his 50s.
Why does he seem way older than like even Ice Cube? And you know what I'm saying? Like why?
That's his aura. He just like he just moves like an old dude. Like he moves like older dude. Like but trying to stay young. Like you know what I'm saying? Like my pops. Like
okay, like Pops.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I see that.
Yeah.
He does like Too Short though, doesn't he?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
You already know. You already know.
All right, so 6.5 for Too Short. we're gonna move on to the next album. Okay, so
Dark Knight Domo.
we're gonna talk about Roy Woods. He released the album called Dark Nights. So Roy Woods, I'll be honest with you. When I first heard this album, I jumped in. I didn't remember who this guy was,
Whoa.
and I'll continue with the rest of what I gotta say after you give your opinions. I want you to start on this.
He's starting with these little cliffhangers. What's going on? No, just playing. For this album, I just felt like he tried to dive too much into something without context. So it's like we missed in the album. It's like we missed why he was doing like what he's doing, or I don't know the message behind it.
No, that is a good way to put it.
You get what I'm saying?
'Cause actually, I felt the same way.
Yeah, so I just kind of felt left out, and then now I'm hearing something of being left out. You get what I mean?
Yeah, you feel you're missing something.
Yeah.
I can feel
So
that.
with that being said, I'm gonna have to rate that a 6.
Okay.
But
No,
it was
that's fine.
it's still listenable. Like you could still go in there and be like, oh, like you know what I mean? Just get a nice little vibe in there. But at the
It's
end of the
not
day,
a bad album.
Roy Woods hit up Drake, man. Hit up Drake. You got to get your boy back because you know what I'm saying.
All right, so Bliss. Well, first of all, so it was 9 songs for a total of about 26 minutes. My opinion on the album. So Roy Woods, after I went in and really was like checking this guy out,
Right.
he's the one that did that drama song
With
with
Drake.
Drake. He's the one that's
No need to pretend.
she got a little bit of drama with her friends. No need to pretend. Yeah, so that song right there, that's Roy Woods. I'm sorry. But Drake, if Drake had a hand in creating what my idea of Roy Woods is, that unfortunately that's what he is. So I'm gonna
No,
still
which is good though. But at the end of the day, it's like
okay. So
you need your counterpart to like.
this album, Dark Nights, just like Zay had said, I feel like he put you said it perfectly. I feel like it was that whole album was a little bit out of context, and without a whole lot of time to really think about why. It's just missing something. So the album was really good. I just feel like maybe I'm missing something happened in his life, or
Right.
or maybe he just won an award or something. Like I don't know. There's something that's not there in our minds that when we heard the album, it's just like okay,
It didn't click.
Okay, like
yeah.
like I said at first, I didn't remember who he was. I was like, who is this guy? Roy Woods. You know what I mean? Like I like Chevy Woods, the Taylor Gang rapper, but that's about it. You know what I'm saying? Woods. So yeah, I mean the album, I'm gonna have to give it. What'd you give it? A 6 or 6.5?
6.
A 6? Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'll be honest with you.
It's
I
kind of
think
pushing a 5.5 if I'm being real.
numbers are like a big statement, right? So I think.
5.9.
Damn, I feel bad, but I think I'm gonna give this like a 5.9.
Yeah, fair.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like it was a bad album. I didn't connect with it at all. You know what I mean? And that's probably just coming from somebody that's not really a fan.
At least
I don't know.
At least coming from somebody that doesn't know what's going on in Roy Wood's personal life to be like, oh, this happened, so I can't wait to hear the juice behind it, or
Yeah, like I don't know, maybe his brother died or something,
Damn.
and then he made this album. That would have given me a little bit of something context to go off of. And be like, oh wow, like I feel now where this vibe's coming from, where the energy.
I need context.
Yeah,
It was kind of just thrown at you,
So without knowing a whole lot about this dude, we're gonna give him roughly like a 6. We're gonna give him like a 6. And yeah, dude, that song you made with Drake, Drama, that's the sound. That's where you need to like face the front of your ship and head towards. Like
yeah, but that song was like a decade ago.
It was a while ago. So is Roy Woods kind of like a one-hit sensation?
No, I think he had his time, and I think times change. So if you don't keep up with the times, you become.
So if he released this album same year as Drama album, that album that Drama came up.
I think this would have been good before that.
So does this speak? Oh, okay. Well, let's just say he released it within the same time of like that other one.
Yeah.
Does this speak to he's not working as what is it called?
He's not elevating.
He's not elevated. He's not as what is that word? Damn, consistent.
Consistent.
He's not as consistent as he should be, and for him releasing only albums like this far apart from each other, it's not meeting the level of quality that this amount of time
should have shown
given it.
Right.
So,
Like, you're not Frank Ocean. You know what I'm saying? Only Frank can get away
Ooh.
with that. Only Frank can get away with that, man.
Yeah.
You come out every 10 years and drop an album, and that's Frank. You know what I'm saying? Like
I feel
like
like I gotta
4
listen to
years.
Frank Ocean right now.
Slick.
So yeah, maybe the level of work ethic isn't there to be able to put out an album like this.
Yeah.
At least for me. Hey, we're just giving some feedback of
No, it's just-
possibilities
Right.
and potential reasons why we didn't really like it. But
Yeah, we got to give you some meat on why.
yeah, if you dropped
yes or
another
no.
album within the next couple, like maybe 5-6 months from now,
I'll check it out. Yeah,
okay,
sure.
all right, boy's working.
Roy,
Right?
Roy.
working. All right, so the third album that we're gonna talk about today, I enjoyed. This was probably my favorite one. Caught me by surprise because I thought Mighty was a Wiz Khalifa fan. So are you a fan or
Yeah, I'm a fan. I just don't fuck with music that's just like
about getting high?
just
and all
getting high. The entire album, it's like, God damn, make like 2 songs and move on. Like, bro, like, God
I'm
damn.
dead. Okay, so Wiz Khalifa dropped the album Kush and OJ 2. You know what I'm saying?
But if it's the theme of the title,
that
so,
is,
I mean,
it's Kush and OJ. That's
know.
literally.
so the entire way, it's just
You know what I'm
smoking and
saying?
drinking. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So this album had 23 songs for
Gin
a
and
total
juice.
listening time of 1 hour and 16 minutes. So we got a lot of content in here.
Yeah.
A lot of content. A lot of features were on this album as well.
A lot of joints being passed. Let's put it that way.
Oh my gosh. You want me to give my take?
Go ahead.
Okay. So just like he said, there was probably bags of weed, insane amount of bags being smoked while this album was made. So just like the title of the album is called Kush and OJ 2, that's pretty much the entire song. Think about if you want to go smoke in the morning right after breakfast and you still got a little bit of OJ in your cup. You know what I'm saying? You take that into the backyard, you know what I'm saying? Open your bag of joints like Wiz Khalifa has, pull like 3 out, and then sit back a little bit. You got the album.
You think he got a joint roller too?
Yeah. Yeah. He doesn't he have a dedicated joint roller?
No, that's Snoop.
Wait, what?
That's Snoop that got that.
I'm pretty sure Wiz Khalifa has a guy that literally rolls all his joints. Like literally.
I hope so.
Sound good.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't think he's got time to be rolling like that, does he? I mean,
Yeah.
he does. I've seen him in videos rolling
He'll be
before.
smoking. When's the last time he released the album? Like, he got time.
Bro, he actually works. Bro actually works. Is it?
When's the last time he released the album?
The last album I remember he releasing was the one where he has like the one with his shirt off and it's like got a white background. I don't know if you remember.
Like 5 years ago?
No. He's pretty active. Bro's pretty active.
Why not?
Like he's like active as far as being on tour right now. You know what I mean? He's doing stuff. He's doing shows. He's doing podcasts.
Well, Snoop Dogg was my uncle. I would be pretty active too.
Yo, so Wiz Khalifa, I liked the song. I really enjoyed it. I wrote down my favorite songs on my hand because there was so many. I just had to keep them in mind. I just heard this like last night. So my favorite song is called Jet Taylor, and my other favorite song is called Got It All, and that one was with Chevy Woods.
Yeah, that one was hard. That was the one song of the whole album I actually really like. I was like, oh, this is hard. Like, this is it. This is the one. Like,
so you know what kind of music Wiz Khalifa makes, don't you? Like it's usually like really radio, really like quality. Yeah. I mean, it's always quality, but I mean like it's got a different vibe to it. With this album having the whole weed world vibe, you know what I mean? Like What'd you think? How did he do as far as keeping the theme together?
Let's put it this way. You know how we only breathe air? He only breathed that theme. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's put it that way. So
He was hotboxing the studio every day.
That's all the album was just... Here you go.
That's pretty cool though. Like if you are gonna roll a joint and get high, this is a cool album to like listen to.
To get high to? Man, I'll put on some Tame Impala. But I'd rate this album consistent. I mean, he did what he wanted to do. He did what he did from his last album. So I mean, it's 6.5.
6.5. All right, Bliss. Bliss is gonna give this album
an 8.
I'm gonna give it a 7.8.
There's an 8 in there.
So yeah, I really like what Wiz Khalifa releases. I'll pretty much listen to anything Wiz Khalifa releases. I don't remember exactly when it was, but I went to a Logic concert that also had the special guest of Wiz Khalifa. And yo, Wiz Khalifa is a performer. This dude can perform too. So
yeah, that's what I think. I feel like he's more of the performer. Like,
watching this guy live. Have you ever seen him live or no? Wiz Khalifa? No. Yo, watching Wiz live, it was a vibe.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like, it was a vibe. Like, every song he played to, it was like, we them boys. So yeah, that one, I was thinking the Cowboys when I hear that song.
That's why I can't
so
listen
we
to
them boys, and then that Taylor gang. Taylor, like, dude, it was just cool. Like,
I remember, like, Wiz Khalifa was popping when it was like 2010, like 28.
Yeah, that was
that was his prime time.
Wasn't like Black and Yellow like around closer to that decade?
Around then,
yeah, and then
because that was when the Steelers went to the Super Bowl, beat the Cardinals.
The Cardinals?
Yeah,
I'm dead. That's hard.
Yeah.
Wait, for real?
Yeah,
I'm dead.
That's the reason why.
Why did the Cardinals suck?
Because it's Arizona.
I know, but I want them to be good.
This is a retirement state, not a get active state. Diamondbacks suck. Cardinals suck. Suns suck.
Shit, fool.
Who's our hockey team?
We had
Coyotes.
We had the Coyotes. I think they got sold. Remember?
They did.
Remember?
Bro, they had that bronze and then that teal. Yo, that was so hard.
The only good team we had in Arizona got sold.
Because they knew. Like, we're not retired, dog. But Kush Orange Juice too. That was cool. It was a cool little vibe. You keep the consistency, you're always gonna have like a nice little profitable little splurge.
I feel like if you're consistent with anything, really,
yeah,
you're gonna put stuff out that's gonna cater to different people. You know what I mean? So like that Roy Woods album, that's gonna cater to a certain audience that's not us. But let's just say he was consistent enough and he put out another project in like 5-6 months. Maybe that one would be more of the vibe that we're looking for.
So he's on this side of the audience, and we're on this side. So he gave this side of the audience something to nice, and then now next time he's going to give this side of the audience.
Yeah, I feel like the more consistent you are, the more variable you can be. Or, the more, what's that word for it? The more spread out. Man, what's that word? The more variety of
variety.
If we're talking about music specifically, the more variety you're able to put out. Because like me, I always put out like a different vibe here and there. Like let's go back real quick to the Bliss albums. My last album was like a lovey album, kind of emotional, right? The album before that was underrated as fuck. One, that was more of like a West Coasty, rappy kind of vibes.
Coasty,
right? The album before that, Sunsets in AZ.
Yeah.
That was more of like, it was just something else. It was another
It was kind of umbrellaed for everybody, so like everybody can just enjoy this one thing.
So now imagine if I dropped all those albums within the same year.
Yo, that would be hard.
So now you're looking at 3 totally different vibes aimed at 3 totally different audiences. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the consistency is the juice if you're trying to appeal to more of a mass audience, maybe.
Damn, we gotta get to work.
Yeah.
Like double overtime.
Yeah, so that. Hey, Bliss for sure. I could tell you right now, Bliss for sure is gonna have 2 albums this year. And that'll be a first for Bliss. Just saying. You know, it'd be so cool if I can reach 3 albums for the year. You know what I'm saying? But I can tell you without a doubt in my brain that there's going to be 2 albums this year. At the very least.
And then next year's going to be 6 albums.
Damn.
Album every 2 months? Yo.
This is wild, and
That'll
this
be
is
crazy.
like another little side take.
Yeah.
I went in, we were talking about Burner in the last pod.
Yeah.
And I went in to see, like, you know, like his albums, like how many albums this guy has. Dude.
30 albums.
Guess. No. Guess.
2 albums.
No, guess. One more guess.
12 albums.
Dude has like almost 50 albums on Spotify. I'm not even joking. When I was saying that this guy, I respect the work. Bro has at least 3 albums a year for the past 15 years. No, more. 16, 17 years. Like, dude.
That's pretty cool.
I was like, wow. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
pretty cool.
Like, crazy. Like, that if I could, like, I would like to be on that same level of it. You know what I mean? Like, I like to really pick his brain, and
He's just releasing an album every 4 months. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I'd like to
that's pretty
pick his
cool.
brain and really see, like, did every single album each year have a big budget? Like, does he have that kind of money? You know what I'm saying? Or does he release one with a lighter budget, one with a little bit of a bigger? You know what I'm saying? I'd be really curious just to get some of the little more fine details on the albums. That'd be,
Hit him
you know
up.
what I mean, yeah, that's cool.
He's a person. You can get his number.
Yeah, the only thing about the rap industry though, no, like, I'm not saying he wouldn't message me back. I'm just saying, like, the only thing about the rap and the music hip hop industry is that there's a lot of what we do revolves around us thinking we're the best. You know what I'm saying? It revolves around ego. You know what I'm saying? So when you
But vocally.
yeah, and I feel like you have to be delusional in that way.
You have to be delusional to be successful anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
put it
No,
that
you're
way.
right. Yeah. So that's why when you try to get in contact with people that are successful, that are getting stuff done, it's all about that first impression. If you don't really like catch them in this kind of way, the first time you see them or whatever, then you're gonna lose it, because they're the type of people, like, even like me or Zay, they're the type of people that they don't got time for like people's energies. You know what I'm saying? If you're coming off with some weird energy, you are you are not even gonna get a second of brain time.
You're not a blip on my radar.
Brain time. I'm down. A second of our thoughts. Oh my god! Wait, why is everything I'm saying right now like sexualized?
Boy, you crazy.
Anyway,
What's on your mind?
I'm dead. I'm just trying to talk about how people are in our heads. But see what I mean? That's funny.
You're funny.
So yeah, no, like
Yeah.
good. Like, yeah, I'll hit him up. But like, you know what I'm saying? Who the hell is this dude from Arizona?
Sean.
I mean, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Be delusional, motherfucker.
I am delusional. Why do you think I'm sitting here at 8 in the
Feel
morning?
that. Oh my god. I'm tired. I ain't that tired. I'm just playing.
Yeah, so the consistency, what I was talking about, I really think that people that are really, really consistent tend to appeal to a bigger audience. I really feel that way.
I feel like if you're consistent for so long, you naturally become what you're really trying to reach for. And then so once you become that, how are you able to sustain and then evolve that, right? So the consistency is always going to keep that under lock and key. So as long as you're consistent in it, cool. Now do you have the ambition to have it grow, evolve, expand your company? You know what I'm saying? Like,
You know, Russ put a video out recently, in which he does a lot. He'll just kind of talk to the camera, talk to the audience, and he'll just do like this, you know, just talking. And he was talking about something really interesting. And he was saying that rappers or artists, we're always in a constant struggle of trying to be as authentic as possible,
right,
as commercial as possible,
right.
and he mentioned a few more like categories
Yeah.
of adjectives, right? But those two in particular caught my attention because it was like, damn, how do you? And Russ is popping right now, right? And he even says he's always struggling with being commercial versus authentic. You know what I mean? And I wanted to just bring that up for a second and kind of get your thoughts on that. Like what goes through your brain when I'm talking about like an artist struggling between being commercial and authentic?
I mean, that's just a requirement of success in that lane.
Because he was saying that not every artist can be commercial. You know what I mean?
Right,
Some of
right.
them have the brain of just they just have to be as real as they can, and that's how they make their art. And it just unfortunately is not commercial.
Well, that's the reason why we remember like Van Gogh, like, you know what I mean, like Da Vinci, like, you know what I mean, like those were the guys that like knew how to rise above the, I guess, commercial, right? With they're not just, oh, I don't want to paint to please, I want to paint because this is what I see. So they're so in tune with themselves that everybody else kind of has to hop on their wave. Because it's just like, whoa, I don't want to miss out on that. You know
So
what I'm saying?
they created the standard of what is commercial.
In a way, yeah.
Is
So
that
now
what
you in your own way, you have to create your own commercialized thing. Because now if you try to fit yourself under a certain commercial, okay, well, you're a gym. Why are you trying to be selling grills? You get what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm dead.
You get what I'm saying?
I thought you were saying I'm Jim, like that's my first name, Jim. No, you meant like I'm a gym where you
Yeah.
go to work out. Why are you going to be selling Home Depot equipment?
Yeah, exactly.
that what you mean?
Exactly.
That makes sense.
So you got to find your lane, and if you, and some people can't find their lane, and that's the reason why. Like, if you're struggling too much, then that just means that's
So
just
what's the
simply not your
lane?
lane.
What's the lane? Is that genres
Potentially,
or what?
it's either the work you're putting in, like, okay. So if we're speaking artist wise, so
Let's
it's
just
either,
talk about Bliss for a second.
okay. So it's either the lane you're in, you're choosing. So let's just say, do you want to make a more specific sounding song that kind of goes more to the Latin culture, to the black culture, to the white culture, to the Asian culture? Or do you want to make songs that everybody has to like because that song is so good that they're just like, no, we have to like that.
Right, that makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? We have
Yo,
to.
like we could even use this South Plaza song as an example.
No, for real.
So this South Plaza song is super, super lowrider West Coasty vibes.
Oh, no,
like
it is.
Chicano
Yeah, he
vibes.
caught though. Y'all caught those vibes. Y'all
And
caught those vibes.
we're okay. You know, we gotta create the song in this vibe. So
Right. Be the image.
now that culture, that whole, and I don't make songs like that. I don't got lowriders in my songs. You know what I mean?
Right.
And now that song is now the anthem of this lowrider show. So me being authentic Bliss, like I always am, I created with your boy PA, we created a song that's commercially viable with the lowrider
authenticity.
community.
Yeah.
So I think that's a great example of how you can be authentic and commercially viable at the same time. I don't know. What do you think?
I think it really goes to show that if you don't believe in yourself for like a certain amount of like belief, people can see that. Real quick, like let's just go boom, you know, like in a fight, you know which fighter is ready for that fight. The second they
Just
walk in
by
that
looking
ring,
at 'em?
just by looking at him, you know, like
Right.
you know, like, or even for weigh-ins, you know, when somebody gets in another guy's face, or is he actually intentionally doing that, or is he only trying to do that to get into the other guy's head?
Yeah, you could
You know
tell
what I'm
by
saying?
energies.
Exactly.
And it's by the way someone looking, you know, you
Boom.
can kind of tell body language.
So now that with an artist wise, you can tell. You know what I mean? You can tell by the beat. You can tell by how they start the song. You can tell by how long this. Like, it's just there's a bunch of little subconscious little things that add up to being like, oh, it clicks. You know what I'm saying? So does he have that energy to really want to like produce that? Like, oh, we're gonna find out, and then that opening little, you'll find out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, some of it.
So I mean, yeah, y'all really caught the vibe for that lowrider like Latin, like flow. Like it's a flow. It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
Yeah, I just really, when I wrote the song, I just was like, okay, here's Bliss. Now I'm a lowrider Chicano rapper, and I just put it together like that. You know what I mean? Like I just, the same way an actor will play a character. That's the same way I play this artist.
Right.
I put Bliss in a position to be able to rap this way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's what I did.
It's good being versatile, because imagine if you're not. Like, imagine if Tom Cruise never made any other movie besides Mission Impossible. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Then now he's only
You get stuck at doing one thing.
Yeah.
Like, you're good at one thing.
You're good at that one character you portrayed, and stick to this.
Right. I'm not an analyst or a professional, but I can probably speak to that. If we're able to adapt to different scenarios,
we have to. We're fucking animals.
That is a very common trait of somebody that is successful.
Yeah.
What do you think?
You have to adapt. At the end of the day, we're in a jungle, right? We're in a jungle of our own society. So if you don't know how to adapt to what's going on in the lane that you want to be successful in, like, are you really going to be successful? Or, what's levels of success?
You could be successful.
Yeah, levels of success.
In whatever you're doing, like that lane that you're in currently. But that doesn't amount to, like, commercial success. Because usually commercial, that word in, like, music, usually means it appeals to a bigger audience. It's commercially viable. Yeah. Like, a lot of people potentially would like this in different genres.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
I feel like that was a pretty good... like, I like when we're able to vent and talk about stuff and come up with ideas on the pod.
Yeah. Workshop, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, that was really good. I mean, for, like, artists, I think it's very important for an artist to know that.
I think it's really hard to, like, make that decision and then really try to apply that decision that you made with yourself.
Is it?
Yeah. Because you need experience at the end of the day on top of that decision.
Oh, yeah. You need to know what you're doing. And you
no, but that's just not even just with that one thing. Like, I feel like the more you do and you can take away from every little thing to put it in this one thing, then it just makes it undeniable. The more things you do, the better you can make this one thing. You know what I'm saying? Right. But now if you're only stuck, imagine if you only took Southern to work every single day, where you're only ever going to see the Southern life. Right? Mm-hmm. Compared to, imagine if you took, okay, one day I'm going to take Southern. The next day I'm going to take Dobson. The next day I'm going to take Alma School. The next day I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? So now you get to see a bunch of different lanes that are going on. And then now you get to see, like, okay, what do I like about this? Okay, well, what do I like about that? And what do I like about that? Okay, now what can I take about everything that I liked in each of those different lanes and apply them to this one thing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think
hey, I'm driving down Dobson. There's the Asian district. I'm going to go try one of these restaurants. Now I like that.
Yeah.
I never would have known it was there if I didn't take this different route.
Exactly.
So, yeah,
that being said, in a bigger scale of life, you know what I'm saying? Like, the more you do, the better you're going to be.
I feel like I even want to yell at people and be like, you have to be open-minded.
Oh, yeah.
If you're shut off and then you're stuck in your lane, ugh.
That's self-imposed. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Yeah.
Yo, I challenge people. I challenge people to really take a moment and analyze your group of people, analyze your family, analyze your friends. And I can almost tell you without a doubt, you could spot, just like by thinking about the people, you could spot people that are stuck. And they always have the same qualities. They're not open-minded. They have some issues, if that's like some sort of like daddy issues, mommy issues, money issues. They're projecting and they're stuck in their ways and they don't know where to go.
Their issues are bigger than, like, their issues are their life. They've made their issues their life, is what you're saying right now for the little segment. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, let's just say this person gets stuck in traffic all the time. So now you're going to hear that person talk about being stuck in traffic every time you see them. You know what I'm saying?
It's like these kind of people are like dogs with the tails between their legs. And like when you really think about it and you try to figure out, okay, who acts like that? Who do I think in my life is like a dog with the tail between their legs? You could find out. It's obvious. It's so obvious.
Feel that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
So, learning how to step back in third-party perspective.
If you find yourself with your tail between your legs, sit. Sit and just wait a second and see what's going on.
So sit down, take a moment, breathe, realize what you want.
Bruh, sit and shake. Maybe you'll start getting some treats. Because you running around with your tail between your legs is not helping you or anyone else.
Okay, so what is the challenge that you want to challenge somebody right now?
I was just trying to challenge, and it could be anybody.
Categorize the people in your life.
Okay, so this challenge goes to anybody. It goes to people with their tail between their legs and people without it already. So take a second and sit and analyze all the people around you. And I just wanted, that's it. Just the challenge is to just sit and analyze. That's the challenge, because nobody ever does that. Nobody ever takes a second to really see what's going on, right?
Feel that.
That's the challenge.
They're just moving.
The easy part is then to watch and point out the people that are having a hard time and that are struggling. You can catch me in days like that. Here, I got I feel like everybody has their days. But you won't catch me like that. It's rare. If you ever catch me like that, it's rare. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that.
It's rare. I'm having a bad day, whatever. I don't know what it is. I'm feeling like a fat piece of...
No.
Like,
but you got to have those days too.
You know what I mean? So everybody's going to have those. You can catch people in their emotions. We're humans. But somebody that's consistently... That's why I said stuck. Because that word describes somebody that is...
They don't know how to move
pretty
forward.
Close to permanently being in that situation. You can tell. So the challenge is to sit and take a look.
Okay,
that's
so
the challenge.
Learn to be observant and learn to be patient.
That's the challenge.
So that's the challenge. Learning to be observant. Okay, so first let's focus on this.
It's like if there was steps.
Yeah, so let's focus on this. First, learn to be patient. Once you learn patience, then you can learn how to observe your patience and what's going on, right? And then once you learn how to observe, now that you're patient, you can observe. Now you know how to put yourself in a perspective. Once you have perspective, then you can categorize each an individual thing in your life. So now you know how to create a pathway for you to get to the end result or that end goal. You get what I'm saying?
That right there was the juice. And that was the longer-winded version of this. Stop. Look. Try again.
I was going to sing that song. It said, stop. In the night. No, it's fine.
I thought you were going to say stop, drop, wait a minute.
All right, Target. No, it's not.
Yo, do you let's talk about us for a second. Do you ever, you personally, do you ever find yourself in those positions to where you feel like you're stuck? You know what I mean?
Every day. But I make the conscious decision to not be anymore in that moment of being stuck.
Well, I was going to say, I'd never really noticed you like you got your tail between your legs. You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm not going to project that.
Even though you might feel like you're stuck in a moment, that's not the way your brain operates.
Right.
Like the way your brain operates is that, oh, this is an obstacle. We're walking around it. You know what I'm saying? I never feel like you're ever really stuck. I think because, like I said, remember the word stuck basically explains that it's a permanent position almost. You're stuck. I feel like whenever you run into a situation...
I just have lower momentum and then higher momentum. Let's put it that way.
that's a good way to put it. You never stop.
Right.
You're just either slowed down.
I'm just chilling, cruising, vibing, or I'm fucking full speed, veins popping out of everywhere. There's no squirrel,
everywhere.
Yeah. No, but it's either or. So, yeah, I guess you're right. I don't find so let me take that back. the only place that I think that I find myself stuck when I wake up and I realize that I've been stuck in bed. So now I gotta get up and
I'm dead. You
conquer
wake
the
up and
day.
you're like, damn, I haven't done anything in like 6 hours. You said, damn.
Time to go.
Oh my god. He said I wasted my 6 hours. That's funny.
You get 6? That's nice. You get,
Bruh, I don't get 6 hours. I gotta wake up at freaking 3 in the morning. Well, my schedule's changing. So
earlier?
I only have 2 days where I'm gonna be waking up really early, and the other days is gonna be a little bit better.
Nah,
Yo, waking up at 3 in the morning every day is not it.
100%.
What time did you wake up to go to that trip, you said?
2.
2? Ugh. Yo, it's funny. If you
No, yeah, because we were gonna do 2. No, but it ended up being 2. So yeah, it was 2.
So like, think about it this way: if you wake up at 5 in the morning every day to go to work, you got some baggage, right? Like you're gonna be tired, but you're able to just operate. I feel like every hour you wake up before 5 o'clock, so 4, 3, 2, it's like the multiplication of how much tired just is multiplied by 2, and then 4, and then 8. So like if you wake up at 3 in the morning,
16. Like,
you're 4 times as tired as you are at 5.
oh, I get what you
Like,
mean.
I don't
right,
know.
right.
I'm just trying to give an example.
Yeah,
but
I get what you mean.
before 5 in the morning,
Yeah,
before that sun comes up,
Yeah.
if you wake up
Anywhere
Anywhere in there.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
So is that
multiplies the tiredness? Like, Jesus.
is that really learning how to like terraform your world into my day starts at this no matter what. There is no ifs, no ands, no buts. There's no sleeping in on weekends to make this schedule more.
Well, I didn't even put an alarm this morning,
Oh my god!
and I
You
woke
still
up,
woke up.
at 6 o'clock.
You know what's funny? I feel like 2.5, 3 hour window of like
Of when you normally wake up?
of like
Or what?
yeah.
Or-
So let's just say like if you get an extra 2.5, 3 hours. Let's just say you normally, like you said, like you wake up at
I
3.
normally wake up at around 3 to 3:30.
So and then now Matt, like your
And
weekends is sleeping
today,
in.
I literally forgot to put an alarm for the podcast.
That's crazy. And you text me at
Bro,
like
it was
6:40.
funny. I don't even feel like I dreamt last night. I literally just
Pod.
no, not even lying. Like, first, you got to analyze how bright is it right now?
Yeah, what's going on?
Because did I oversleep, or is it still did I undersleep?
yeah.
So I open my eyes and it's like
There nobody's in the
blue.
room. Everybody's like downstairs.
But no, I looked at my phone and it was like 6:03, and I was like,
Hard. That's really cool. See, like every day for me now, like now I won't. I'm never gonna try to sleep past like 6:30 now.
"This fool, bro." I'll wake up for work at 3:30 in the morning, and then I open my door and I just hear you. You're like, "Son, that," or,
Yeah,
or
I'm
like,
like,
"Hey,
Hey,
bro."
Rick.
But it's like a really like.
Oh, because I'm not trying to.
I don't know. It's like really low, but I can hear you, and I'm like, "What are you doing up at this time?"
I'm getting away, baby. You gotta get the,
It's funny because I'm going to work and I'm still thinking like, this ain't right. Like, why are you up?
Why are you up?
What is going on?
I
Kato's
gotta
running
get to
around.
work too. Like, yeah.
Bro, Kato running around. Like, what are you fools doing at this time? And me, I'm awake too. Like,
Oh my
like
God.
I'm a fool. I'm one of the fools.
I'm the fools.
All right,
No,
y'all.
but that's funny.
So we got some breakfast to get to. We got some
Yeah.
probably work to get to. We got some pod editing to get to. We got the behind the scenes to get to.
Right.
So,
Oh, but first, shout out to Elder Scrolls Oblivion, because y'all brought joy back into my life in gaming, and I appreciate that.
how was it, real quick, playing a game that came out roughly 20 years ago?
It
Was it
just
like-
it brings joy, happiness.
Does it still
into
have the
my heart.
magic?
Oh my god!
Does it?
Yes, yeah. Like I get goosebumps. I'm getting goosebumps talking about it. But it feels good to play that game, and it looks so good. It honestly feels just as good as like when I first played Skyrim. You know how like when those graphics came out.
Oh yeah.
So when Oblivion
It
first
kind of
came
has
out,
similar graphics
Yeah.
to like a brand new Skyrim.
right,
Like Skyrim remastered,
At the time,
kind of
yeah,
like that.
right.
That
and it looks so good.
yeah,
So,
I want to keep.
and You know how much like I've always talked about this game. So the fact
I know you're a Bethesda fan, like 100, like what through and thin and through, or what's the word for that?
through and through.
Through and through. This is a Bethesda Elder Scrolls fan right here.
Oh.
I got kind of like irritated because I was playing Oblivion, and there's doors I couldn't go in. So in the jail and specifically.
Oh yeah.
So
With a key.
yeah, the jailer has the keys.
Yeah.
And you know me, I gotta collect everything. I gotta check everywhere, and I attempted to rob this guy or pickpocket him, and then they caught me right away. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah, you gotta get that leveled up.
I chose thief. I chose thief as my like
Your main
that's my main.
protagonist.
Yeah, so come on, like I should be able to pickpocket
Thieving away.
somehow. But yeah, anyway, he gave me a good tip early on. I'm an open world RPG guy, but I'm not like this fool was not permanently. He was just blocking and getting hit, and I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm leveling up my blocking, and I was like, this fool plays. So yeah, like he's got the veteran like RPG skills, like me.
Yeah, because that was funny. You just came in there. I was getting my ass whooped, and I'm just sitting there letting him beat on me. And you're like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Bro, I'm leveling up my block." And right whenever he said
just so
that,
happened to pop up
right at the
block
moment,
leveled up or whatever.
yeah, it was. You're like,
So anyway, he gave me a tip, and it was basically he's like, yeah, before I kind of do any crazy stuff like that, I'll save the game. That way, if something does pop off and I don't like that it happened, I'll just reload. I didn't do that. So
no, but it autosave. So sometimes like,
so it did autosave. So I got all frustrated and I couldn't kill everybody, and then I ended up dying. And then it gave me the prompt to like load a previous save.
Yeah.
So I loaded the save all the way before I even pickpocketed anybody.
That's hard that you were able to find the autosave before.
So it was just kind of frustrating.
Quick save is your friend.
I should have been good killing that one jailer. Okay,
Yeah,
but apparently everybody found out. Like, I was in one room. I was in a room, and then suddenly the whole city knows that I killed somebody.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
come on. I don't know.
Hey,
Like,
easy
whatever.
cat.
I just need the keys, bro. I just need the keys for the room, bro.
Wait, you want me to show you how to get into the Dark Brotherhood?
Oh, if you want, but I still need
Or the Thieves Guild? I meant not the Dark
I barely
Brotherhood.
reloaded that save, and that's when I stopped playing. Because I was like... But yeah, we're going to jump into that. We're going to jump into some other stuff. But if you made it this far, drop us some comments, drop us some likes, share it. Just send us a message and let us know that you made it this far. I still got some money on the line, you know what I'm saying? So
The money on the line, the key word of today's thing is remaster.
whoa. So yeah, if you comment that, if you message us anything like that, you might win some cash.
Just say remastered.
All right, y'all. We love y'all. We're going to see you in the next 2 weeks for another episode of the Underrated AF Podcast. Peace.